What's up YouTube, it's your boy Carventure Reg and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about if I bought a G37 at 100,000 miles, what would I do instantly? I get this question a lot. People ask, bro, I got this car over 100,000 miles, 150,000, what do you recommend me to do as far as maintenance? So today we're going to be talking about maintenance and what you should do to keep your G37 running as long as possible. Now, I am not in a G37, but I had a G37. If you go check out my catalog, a lot of you guys know me from the G37. I'm in a Q50, but the same engine as the G37. This is a 3.7. Everything is fairly the same, so you could do the same thing with the Q50. If you bought a Q50 over 100,000 miles, same thing if you bought a G37 over 100,000 miles. But we're gonna be talking about the G37 for all my G37 folks. Let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing that I would do is I would check to see if your gallery gasket is blown. So how the way you would check that is you can do it yourself if you're mechanically inclined, or you can take it to the dealer or some type of VQ specialist shop and just say that I want to check to see if my gallery gasket is blown, and it would do some type of oil pressure test to see if your oil pressure is good or if it's bad. 9 times out of 10, if it's bad, then the gallery gasket is blown, and that's where I would start at. I would start, if your gallery gasket is blown, I would highly suggest you do the gallery gasket and you do the water pump and time and change service. Now that is a bit expensive, I'm not even gonna lie, but it's worth it, especially to keep your engine nice and running. And if you wanted to run along, fortunately with the G30, it's not really, you don't really have to too much worry about it with the Q50, but you do have to do it with the G37, especially the early years. From 2008 to 2012, you would have to worry about those gallery gaskets, especially the 2008 and 2009 models. The first thing that I would check is the gallery gaskets to see if they're blown or not. And if they are, you might as well do the timing chain, new timing chain, because it's all in the same area, and a water pump, and you know, cooling service. And I would even throw in a thermostat while you're doing all the cooling and everything. Might as well go ahead and get that done. Now I know that's a bit much, a bit pricey, but as cars age, things will wear. You know what I'm saying? Especially over 100,000 miles. And if it wasn't like a record of the stuff being done. So definitely the first thing that I would do is check out the gallery gaskets and water pump. Like I said, that will definitely save you money. The second thing that I would do over 100,000 miles is if they haven't been changed, I would definitely change out the spark plug. I would look to see if the valve covers are seeping or if it's an actual leak. I would go ahead and change those out as well. Valve covers and spark plugs, that would be the next thing I would do. I would check. The third thing that I would check to see is if there have been fluid changes. So as far as your transmission and your diff fluid. One thing about the transmission is if it hasn't been changed, if it has no history of it being changed, then don't change it after 100,000 miles, because that will cause your transmission to break at that point. But since it haven't been changed, and if it hasn't have a record of it being changed, expect that in the future. It won't happen like soon, but it will happen. You know what I'm saying? That transmission would eventually break. So, but if it has been changed every 20 to 30K, change the transmission fluid. It should be around that time. It's 30, 60, 90. So yeah, around 100, definitely change it if it haven't been changed. Change that in your diff fluid. To be honest, the rest of the things, I would just be looking for miscellaneous stuff. So like, I would just, you know, the heater hose, if they haven't did that, because those break. Thermostat, I would definitely change out the thermostat. Making sure my belts is good. And that's about it, you know what I'm saying? And then just make sure you keep up with the oil changes. I do mines every 3,700 miles. I don't run synthetic in mine, I run regular conventional oil, and I change mines at 3,700 miles. Even if you were running synthetic, I still would suggest that you change your oil every 5,000 at least, because these cars live and breathe by the oil. If your oil is bad, your engine will go. If you let it just sit for a long time without changing your oil, it will go. If your car tends to burn oil, then you need to make sure you keep tabs on your oil to make sure you top it off, or even that you're changing it, you know, every so often, just because it's already burning oil. Usually you don't have those problems in the VQ37 VHRs or the HRs. You have that problem with the DE rev ups and some DEs, regular DEs, but they fixed that in the VHRs and the HRs. So I wouldn't too much worry about the oil consumption as far as with the HRs and the VHRs, but I would still check, you know, because like I said, these cars live and die by the oil. Just like a Honda, like if you keep up with your oil change, the car will run for a long time, and you can beat on the car, whatever. Just make sure you get those oil changes. That is definitely important. So if it haven't been changed, and it say like on the sticker that it hasn't been changed since 95,000 miles, and you got it at exactly at 100, change the oil. You know what I'm saying? That would be the first thing that you should do. Change the oil. Oil changes can vary from $40 to $100, or you could do it yourself and save with labor costs. All you have to do is buy the oil. So I would definitely suggest that as well. In all reality though, if you are buying a G37 or you're looking into buying a G37, they are really, really good cars. As long as if you take care of it, it will take care of you. You know what I'm saying? As long as if you do everything necessary for the car, and you know you're on top of the oil changes, you're on top of everything that you're supposed to do, it will take care of you. It will be a great car, and it won't leave you stranded. I never had problems with my G37. It's always been pretty good, always been pretty reliable, and yeah, man. So I definitely will vouch for you getting a car. But those are the things that you should check at 100,000 miles. So I wanted to do that for all my G37 people. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.
This is too smooth. I honestly didn't even really want to say anything on this, but that's what the people want. That's what I came here for. So we're gonna get into it. I like my coffee black, white too. Don't turn this into no controversy, it's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off it ×2. If it's money on the table, I'll be on it like Bobby or Epic. You peep the aesthetic, it's hard to forget it. I hear you talking, but you're hardly right. I'm the voice of your prototype.